I think it was pinning around the back, which to Bellingham, that's gone out of play.
That was purposeful. It was set up to be able to create some space at the back post. Bellingham was just a step too late to get into the position.
Plenty for his thoughts in the early stages here, Thomas Tuchel. And for theirs as well. Made it, as always, in great numbers here to Atlanta. It's a sea of white, really. Pockets of blue. Those DR Congo fans are congregated. Sepenga loses out to Anderson. Madueke. Arsenal-Tottenham combination down that right side. With Jed Spence. Here's Bellingham. Oh, the delicate one in, but evades everyone again. But it's a case of keeping a cool head here. England has still plenty of time to be played.
It's encouraging for England to start to see more numbers get into the box with these balls that get into wide areas, and then the service, the creativity from Bellingham to try to go with the outsiders right before everybody for DR Congo can get set. That's not the way forward. And Fassi has to understand that is not the battle for Yohan Wissa to get into. He does not want to go into the battle with Kansa in these aerial duels. If the ball has to go long for DR Congo, it needs to go into wide areas.
England were the first team to secure safe passage to the World Cup, European qualifiers. They're finding it tough to break down this resilient DR Congo defence. Considered in all their games of this World Cup. Bellingham. Still a fair way to go, but this would send shockwaves. It has it already. Declan Rice. Rashford. Oh, that's a better one, and Passi gets a really good connection on it. Bellingham was just a hair away from connecting.
It's a bit of foreshadowing right now for England. They're showing you they can get numbers into the box. There's getting closer and closer to getting it on the end of this service. What I'd like to see, though, is a bit of variance as well, too. Declan Rice a moment ago had the ability to strike from distance. And if you become too one-dimensional and just do the same thing over and over again, it becomes predictable. And what England need to try to do is have an air of unpredictability about them, shooting from distance, having some runners through the box, playing it along the ground early. Keep DR Congo guessing.
Nation back at the World Cup since 1974, as Zaire they were at that time. Lost all of their games, Scotland, Brazil and Yugoslavia, including a 9-0 loss. They conceded 14 goals overall. And what a celebration this would be. After yesterday they celebrated their Independence Day. As Mutasami plays in Greece, although he's born in Paris, plays for Atromitos. Sepenga. DR Congo in the mood for more here. That's Wissa. Trying his very best whilst on the ground, but then Spence doesn't want to take any chances. And has that gone out of play? Still in.
Just look at the way that DR Congo is first and they're fastest to react to all these secondary balls.
Oh, they are hunting England down here. Pickford's clearance wasn't happy with the ball back to him. Well, that's Konza coolly done, and Bellingham could bring it away. There's some big question marks about England defensively, if that is the key area where DR Congo can get at England. And we're going to see the first yellow card of the game. Hey Jude, it's for you.
But it's the first time in the opening 19 minutes that you've seen somebody from England decide they're going to go in and they're going to leave something in to their opponent that's outcompeted them so far. It's reckless. It's absolutely a yellow card, but nonetheless, it's the first time you've seen England look as though they're going to try to match the intensity from DR Congo. Whistle looking for something that's never there.
Yeah, Whistle scored twice against Uzbekistan. Absolutely magnificent performance. And a game where they needed.
But that's what I'm talking about.
What a performance.
Look what Whistle's willing to do in this moment. If you're an English player right now and you see your opponent doing that, you need to figure out how to look within yourself really quickly and figure out if you're willing to do the same thing. Because I haven't seen that in the first 20 minutes from the English side, apart from an ill-timed challenge that's got a booking for Jude Bellingham. But other than that, England have been second best to this fight.
And Johan Whistle, by the way, scored as many goals at this World Cup as he has for Newcastle United in an injury-hit season, debut campaign. Has scored a couple of goals against Jordan Pickford in his career as well. Oh, Mbemba, who had a time in England once upon a time with Newcastle United, Wan-Bissaka and Rashford. And Rashford's going to be penalised here.
I love that response, though, from Marcus Rashford. Bellingham was late to step when Rashford did that 40, 50 yards higher up the field. So it's a bit disjointed, but Rashford had the willingness to run back. Looks like he's gotten the ball with the challenge there from behind.
That's a Wan-Bissaka style challenge.
That's the second one where he's missed on Mbuku.
Here is the man whose goal is the difference, Sepenga.
He was fantastic against Uzbekistan. Gives it away cheaply here.
Rashford will get away from him as they get over into that final third. It's not working for England. Wan-Bissaka's relegated with West Ham United this past season in the Premier League to Inzebi. Alongside him as well with relegation with Burnley, there is Thomas Tuchel scrambling the notes down.
Well, the big question mark coming into this match was who was going to play right back. With Kwanzaa and Reece James both out through injury, it was Jed Spence that was preferred, and it was the right side in which DR Congo got their goal from. Numbers overload with no support for Jed Spence. He was left on an island. They had to go with the first runner, and Sepenga all by himself.
And so we will head to the hydration break. This wasn't in the script. DR Congo leading England here in Atlanta. Knockout football, knockout drama at its very best.
So who are we playing? It's a local crew. They're legit. They play win or go home. And this crew hasn't gone home in 30 years.
For real?
3 kids. Isaac, Ruthie, and, hold on, what's his name?
Clive.
They start off playing kids their age. They win. Then older kids. They win? Of course they win. Otherwise, there's no story. Anyway, times change. The results didn't. 30 years.
No one beat them?
Not a winning streak. That's a legend.
Who's up next?
Going to sit. From this angle, the question about the goalkeeper, but Declan Rice is even saying that's not his man. He's in tight. The fans are even saying whose responsibility is that? Tactically, DR Congo deserves all of the credit for being on the front foot and having the willingness to completely do the opposite of what was the expectation of this group. We looked at it and said, they've listed it as a 4-3-3, but they're playing games. It's a 5-3-2. They'll be more defensive. Oh, it truly was 4-3-3 in possession, and that's how Sapenga gets left completely open at the back post.
So Bastien Desabre said that it's normal that they are underdogs, that they are going to be challengers, gap in the rankings, but they will be ambitious to accomplish something big. Used to playing knockout games in African qualifiers, but against Uzbekistan was a case of sink or swim. Oh, to be a football fan, hey?
The roller coaster of it all. And if you're a DR Congo fan, the roller coaster you were riding was a tough one, because the first hour against Uzbekistan, DR Congo were not very good.
Well, you wondered where a goal was going to come from.
Sapenga looked like the one player, and then ultimately he actually gets substituted off. It was really a moment in which they were about 25 minutes away from going home, and they turned it on last 25 minutes. They got their goal to equalize, go ahead and make it 3. Now they're in this spot, and they've carried that momentum on right into this match.
Getting back underway. There's Mbemba, the record appearance maker for DR Congo, Chancel Mbemba. Madueke bringing it down here. And nobody is getting past. The physicality is going to be something England are going to have to deal with, as well as the ambition of DR Congo here. Mutasami.
I like what I've seen from Mutasami when he's dropped back in between the 3 center backs to get on the ball, when he stepped into a defensive midfielder spot to get on the ball. It's been a real lively start. Poor Mutasami has been influential.
Yeah, he's one of those players where he will just tirelessly plug gaps, break up play. Masuaku here with Noni Madueke. Up you get, he says. Although his arms do come across.
Yeah, but Masuaku, he just started taking the space when Madueke stopped and he planted and was flat-footed. That was expert defending to go and close down the space and then just anticipate where Madueke wanted to go.
Spence on a drive here. Oh, that will be a yellow card. Bringing down Jet Spence. He was wearing that custom-made protective guard around his jaw after he broke his jaw against Chelsea back in May. Siddiqui of Sunderland is the next player into the referee's book.
First real time that we've seen Jet Spence get forward. He does it in some style. Goes right through the legs of Masuaku, and it's Siddiqui knowing that he's just got to throw in the last-ditch effort. Truth be told, Jet Spence is a mile ahead of him. He was always going to win that race, and Siddiqui just decides taking the foul and the yellow card was the best option.
Sunderland players have had quite the say here at this World Cup, especially here in Atlanta. Remember Wilson Isidore's absolute worldie contender for goal of the tournament. In from Rice. Oh, and it's wide. Konza, I don't know how much he knew of that.
His reaction said he didn't know anything about it whatsoever. This ball should have been cleared away at the near post from the DR Congo. It's not. So then it falls to Konza, and it just hits him on the knee. Could have gone anywhere. The reaction, he was just as surprised and just as much of a spectator as you and I were.
England have turned it over again with Bellingham. Madueke, Kane waits, and Tuinzepe is there first for DR Congo.
Kane either needs to go to the near post in that moment, or if Declan Rice sees that Kane is not going to, Declan Rice needs to run across the face of the first defender.
You're telling Harry Kane where to move?
Yeah, no, who am I to do that? Fair enough, but you understand that if you're Declan Rice, you get the vantage point of seeing what Harry Kane is doing in that moment. You trust your center striker with his instincts, so then Declan Rice needs to move off of that.
nowhere to go, just a wall of blue. Bellingham's header!
What a save.
Pass it there, denying Jude Bellingham in England an equaliser. More like it, and an attempt on target as well. A rarity in this first half for England so far.
England have been miles better, and they've finally given their fans something to cheer about with their performance since the hydration break. Every one of those fans that were sat down just a moment ago are now standing. There's a little bit of belief now for this English side.
It's Mark Gahey. Declan Rice, Rashford. Against Tuanzebe. Rashford again and Wan-Bissaka, two former teammates at Manchester United. Elliot Anderson. It's like he is on his way to Manchester, but to City. Anderson again. He's got Rashford in behind, awkward to control. And he runs out of pitch. But you can feel the tempo, you feel the intensity that's just lifted from England.
Whether it be from the run of play or a set piece, you're starting to see England now with a bit more endeavor, a bit more life to their attack. They're moving at a quicker pace. The ball is getting pinged about. One thing I do want to see slightly better from England is these entry passes into teammates have just struggled to put their teammates in a position of success. What I mean by that is, just a moment ago, there was an entry pass into Anderson where he was looking to play it around the corner, yet the pass was a little bit backwards, so he had to take another touch just to keep the ball. Little things like that right now need to be cleaned up from England, and that allows your teammate to play a bit faster.
Hello.
Motusami here for DR Congo.
Hi. Sorry for the delay.
Preparations hampered by having to self-isolate in Europe due to the Ebola outbreak back home. 20...
കളി അതെല്ലാം നല്ല രീതിയിൽ പോകുന്നുണ്ട്. കുറച്ച് ഡിലേ ഇൻ ദ സെൻസ് ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് രണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ കളികൾ നമ്മൾ നടത്തിയല്ലോ. ബ്രസീലിൻ്റെ കളിയും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ലാസ്റ്റ് ഫ്രാൻസിൻ്റെയും നോർവേൻ്റെ കളിയും എല്ലാം കൂടി നമ്മൾ നോക്കിയ സമയത്ത് ഉണ്ടായ കുറച്ച് ഓർക്ക് പ്രശ്നങ്ങളുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ അതാണ് ഇപ്പം ഇതിനൊരു റീസൺ. പിന്നെ അപ്പം ഇന്ന് ഏതായാലും വീട്ടിൽ വന്നിട്ട് ഇവിടെ നോക്കാം, വന്നിട്ട് നോക്കാം എന്നുള്ളൊരു പ്ലാനായിരുന്നു. സോ അതാണ് ഉണ്ടായത്. സോ സോറി ഫോർ ദാറ്റ്. അല്ലാന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എല്ലാവരും കൂടി ഒരുമിച്ച് വർക്ക് നമ്മളെ ഓഫീസിൽ നിന്ന് കാണാമെന്നുള്ളതാണ്. ഏതായാലും നമുക്ക് ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ അർജൻറ്റീന മാച്ചാവും കുറച്ചും കൂടി നന്നായിട്ട് എല്ലാവരും കൂടി കാണാനുള്ള പ്ലാനുള്ളത്. ഓക്കെ.